That tree is still out there.
Yeah, I haven't seen this one.
That's from way back when. Oh, that's when we were doing,
Since
when we
was
first,
right here.
it was in back here, yeah. That's when did you know there was a vigil? Who lived there where Mama's store is? He was murdered right there, and they had a vigil behind the store.
Oh, Bobby Norwood.
Norwood. Yeah, see, I think that was Bobby Norwood.
Wow, the 20th anniversary. I don't believe I've been here that long. It's very exciting how much we accomplished in that time. 3 priests, and then Donna, 1 nun, and I'm like, how did we do this? But I look back and I go, wow, isn't that something?
There was 4 of us that founded it, all missionaries of the precious blood. Reconciliation was the kind of the founding spirit of healing. But the thing about reconciliation is kind of like faith. It's nice to say, but it's harder to live. How do you live a spirituality of reconciliation, a spirit of healing?
Healing has to start with the wound, the suffering, and acknowledge that it's there. And whatever it is, that the healing has to have the possibility to cure itself from within, and to find the strength, the inner power, the inner soul force that's there to heal themselves.
The Precious Blood Ministry of Reconciliation, what it means to me is that it's just a pouring out of one's total self for other, seeing the dignity and the value of every human being. And then also, just being a part of so much bloodshed. Actually going to sites that this blood is being, poured out on our streets and in our earth and in our homes. It calls us to look at the preciousness of life.
– 2002. I'm trying to think about 2002. So I grew up right on this block right here, down there. This was a whole church, so the neighborhood completely changed now. But when I grew up, this was a Catholic school. It wasn't Precious Blood yet. And it was a great big church right there. And I stayed right down there on the corner. We moved in this community in 1990. I was going from 5th grade to 6th grade.
We had already started doing ministry in the jail, especially in the juvenile detention center.
We purposely did not want it to be a part of a church. So we wanted to be a standalone ministry, because if it's a part of a church, then you're part of a congregation and you're really tending to the congregation. And we really wanted to focus on men and women, families who've been impacted by violence and incarceration. So we decided on the back of the yards, and then we didn't have a space, and so we found this small apartment in the corner of this church parking lot that was going to be our headquarters for that moment. We painted the door red because nobody could find it, so we just said, come to the parking lot, there's a red door there, go to the red door. And then in 2004, we came to this building. We walked the neighborhood, kind of met the people, went to the corner stores, and everybody said that one of the things they were most concerned about was the violence in the neighborhood.
It's very often that we hear gunshots in the area. We always do. And you just go on about your life like it never happened. And you never deal with those traumas. You never get a chance to talk about it unless you have a place like Precious Blood where you can go to, have a peace circle, without any judgment. Because a lot of society don't understand it unless you're really in it.
Steeple silence, people violent. heroes trying to be right, can't see eye to eye, oh God.
We got a lot of losses up here at the center that we took over the years, but we don't let their memory fade here. You see pictures of them out there, you'll see them, then your memories get to flooding. When their birthdays and death days come up, we celebrate.
Mother, father, son and daughter, streets are calling, rain is falling, daily dodging bullets. I remember when we used to go places we used to know, faces we would
Hello, my name is Warren Johnson, and I'm a member of Precious Blood Center. The whole family of the center been a lot. They did a lot for me, like help get on the right path. When I was locked up, they come visit me in jail. They really try to help people.
Some of the kids that were like 15, 16 years old 20 years ago, after a while they're gone and you're not real sure what happened. And one day they pop up, or you run into them downtown, they're with their family, or they talk about the job they're in now. And if that's not success, I don't know what is, but it's almost like it wasn't measurable at the time that they were here. But it comes about, I like to say, in God's time.